Yeah, that's Buster. That's Buster. I'm me. Buster and me. Here we go. There's Buster doing our day job. Not quite, but Express Cargo Virtual. Go to Express Air. Go ahead and fly a couple flights with them. Check them out. We're doing a cargo run from Albuquerque to Durango. Got a pretty good assortment of flights in the Caravan. We're using a black square. Got a livery for the black square right here, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so you can see the windsock in the distance. It is full on windy today. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Flight plan with Vatsim has been filed. Dispatch has been already completed with Express Air. So Express Air Cargo 1536 has been dispatched. We are good to go. So let's go ahead and get this Caravan. Well, first of all, let's back this up. Thanks to our friends at Ambitious Pilots. Let's do a pre-plan on the pushback. I haven't done this in a while. What with that? Is that it right there? I don't know what to do. Click, move back around, press enter to accept planned route. Okay. Let's go, enter, planned route. Let's go ahead and request pushback. Let's go ahead and release the parking brake. Let's see if we get pushed back in the proper spot. All right, while we're doing that, let's go ahead and check our weight and balance. We've got 220 or 1,216 pounds of fuel. We just went lazy. We maxed everything out to max takeoff weight. Yeah, that's a problem if we wanted to land right after takeoff. But we're going to burn some fuel on the way out and to taxi to runway 8. And then we would probably, yeah, that's interesting. Nav charts. Here we go. We have the Largo 3 departure. I do not believe it's an RNAV. Now, why aren't we pushing back? There. Yeah, it's not an RNAV. So we're going to be taking off runway 8. We'll make a left downwind departure back to Albuquerque to the west, then to Janos, Rattlesnake, and then inbound. Doing the RNAV, probably 03. Transition altitude, 18. Okay, no, we're good. We are good. We're in departure, 13:55. So that's our departure. Oh, look at that. Let's go ahead and set the parking brake. Thank you to Ambitious Pilots for your pushback. All right. Yeah, we're going to be... Well, let's check the weather. So the weather here is at 11021. So we'll be taking off at runway 08. 10 statute miles, few at 5,000. And scattered. Flight level 250. Oh, altimeter is 3016. Okay, let's go ahead and check out Durango. I don't think Durango has it, but Farmington's nearby, 30 miles to the south. 180. Interesting. Winds are coming straight out of the south. So that's 8 gusting to 15. It's 10 statute miles, and we're few at 6,000 feet above ground. 3013. So pressure's going down slightly. Okay. All right. So we're going to be taxiing out to runway 8, right? Or should we do 12? Interesting. I wonder if that changes our flight plan. Let's go ahead and see if Largo will do runway 12. Yep, it will. We'll do the Largo. We'll take off at runway 12, I should say. That'll make it easy. We'll make right traffic. We'll make a right downwind departure. Perfect. So we're going Foxtrot. So we're going to runway 12. We're going to Foxtrot, Golf, Echo 1? Echo 1. Okay. All right, we're good there. Let's just take a peek. Yeah, runway 21. So we have an RNAV for runway 21. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, we've done this many times. Okay, from Reeser. Okay. Britta and Jim, so definitely be Reeser. Or we just go final, which I don't think so. Let's go Reeser. Let's add that to the route and let's see where that puts us. Yeah. So maybe we get a cutoff here. You know, maybe we go direct to Reeser at some point. Okay. Awesome. Better be careful because, you know, I've seen this before. You could see that it's a much faster direct line to go to Reeser, right? But our flight plan has been filed to go to Rattlesnake. And so if they clear us direct to Reeser and we're already descending, and the thought would be to go here and then to here, but now they want us to go to Reeser, we may not be able to get down in time. So we just have to keep that in mind as we go through. We could start our departure maybe, or our descent early. We'll see. We'll see. All right, Buster. So we pretty much have a brief on the flight plan, so it's good. Yeah, so we're gonna, and it's gonna be right. It's gonna be it's a right downwind departure. To the west. Okay, let's go ahead and get it started. Okay, everything is off here. Let's see, everything is off. All is off, off, off. Circuit breakers are all in. That is good. Let's go ahead and flip the battery on. Fuel, yep, it's over 600 pounds each. Looks level. How are we doing on our volts? Right where we need to be, that's good. Okay, volts. Let's go ahead and put the flaps down. And let's go ahead and click on heat here. Alright, the oxygen's looking good. Let's go ahead, get us on here. That's normal, that's good. It's all good. Everything's in. Trims are neutral. Good. Fantastic. Handles are in. We're all good. Pre-flight check is completed. Let's go to the before starting engine. Let's go ahead and, before we do that, let's turn this off. Okay. Pre-flight cabin doors, latch, parking brake set, control locks, remove seatbelts, and harness is adjusted and secure. All switches are off. Confirmed. Ignition switch is to norm. Where is it? It is. Circuit breakers are in. Fuel tank selectors are both on. Ventilation, well, heating is off, or I should say ventilation fans and air conditioning is off. Bleed air is off and in. Good. Emergency power level is to normal. Power lever is to idle. Props. Max full forward. We're cut off on the condition. Forgot to put the flaps up. We'll do that in just a second. Fuel shut-off knob on is in. Okay, let's go ahead and get the battery on. Let's put up the flaps. Let's go ahead and get the nav lights on. Nav. Beacon. Non-smoking. Buster, no smoking. Annunciator. Let's check things out real quick. Looking good. ELT test. Well, first the fire detect. Sorry, Buster. I know. Such a pain, isn't it, Buster? Okay, battery switch is verified on. Beacon is... yeah, all our beacons are on. Bus volts 24. Confirmed. Emergency power lever, it is in normal, and we are off on the light. Propeller area looks all clear to me. Clear prop. Buster, you want to clear it? Terrific. Alright. Boost pump. Let's get the boosters on. Booster is on. Low pressure light off. Auxiliary pump on. No fuel flow. All good. Starter switch. Let's go. Start. Ignition light is on. Verified. We are increasing on the PSI. And NG, we're starting to roll. Fuel condition lever to idle. We have fuel is flowing. ITT is spiked, going down now. NG is at 40, 50, 52. Ignition or starter comes off. Generator reset, back on. So, generator pause. Take a look at the generator. Yep, positive volts there. Generation or generator amps. Yep. Bat amps, negative load, or 0. Perfect. Let's go back to volts. Good. Keep it on gen. Fine. Fuel boost pump no longer needed. Let's go back to norm. Light goes off. Perfect. We have good engine start. Before taxi, avionics. Cabin heat, 65, we're good. Don't need any air conditioning. Interior lights, not necessarily out. Altimeter. 1.6. Yeah, I don't get it. We're at 5,300, but this is showing 5,500. Let's see if this one works. Yep, samey, samey. Attitude indicator looks good. Altimeters are set. We're set to slave on the remote compass. Let's go ahead and take a look at our avionics. Alright, let's go ahead and get over here. Let's see what we're doing. First of all, we have a squawk code, and it is 1644. We are going to 16,000. Okay, good. Fire up. Okay. Stand by. We're going to 120, 0.3, and then we're going to 20. Let's just keep it going. Good. Let's go ahead and put us on. Okay. Deloc. We are 113.2. Is Albuquerque. And let's set our backup to that as well. So we're setting up our backup. Hit the CDI. And let's get up here. You know us, we always like to go to 121.5. Put COM2 on. Perfect. Get our flight plan in. And we're going to Durango. Perfect. It's all set. Instruments are set. Let's go ahead and get our and we're going to be taking a 262. Perfect. So what do? We just set our heading bug to the runway heading, and we just look at ABQ down here. Our track is 262, so that's what we put in on the HSI. Kind of gives us some frame of reference. Always a good thing for us. Alright, let's finish our before taxi checklist. So we are good with the avionics, autopilot, pre-select as desired. Well, thanks. We're good. Transponders set to standby. We're good. Let's go ahead and go to Alt. So we are in Vatsim. Weather radar. Let's go standby still. Inertial separator. Make sure it's in. We're fine. Taxi lights. Let's go. Taxi lights. There we go. Check our engine instruments on the way out, or our flight controls on the way out. Let's go. Engine run up. We can do the parking brake, and then we'll do the standby power. Switch on, and then it goes through the amps. Well, let's just go ahead and put standby power on now. The only engine run-up check we're going to do will be the inertial separator. Okay, and then we'll do it before takeoff checklist. Let's go ahead and close up our window. And let's taxi. We're cruising along, Buster. Cruising along. Albuquerque traffic, Express 1536 at the cargo ramp, taxiing to runway 12 via Foxtrot Golf, holding short at Echo 1. Albuquerque. Here we go. Parking brake is released. Give a quick salute. And away we go. Going uphill. Okay, the rudder is looking good. Let's go left, neutral, right, neutral, down, neutral, back, neutral, right. Controls are free and correct. We're still clipping at 60 frames a second. Definitely like the signs here. Good job on the Albuquerque airport. Got this from flightsim.to. Super clear. Now we're on golf. Check my ACARs. Yep. Okay, flight controls are free and correct. Flight instruments are set. Altimeter, standby altimeter, they're all set. Autopilot and heading bugs are set. Avionics nav sources. GPS, yep, we're set. Good. Weather radar. Yeah, let's go on. Fuel boost switch needs to go to norm. It is. And here we're coming on to Echo 1. Okay, let's go ahead and run to 400 really quick on the torque. Bus volts. We're good. Let's go ahead and pull out the inertial separator. We should see a drop. We do. Good. Now let's put it in and we want to see it go back. Slowly, but surely. Goes back up. Okay. Engine run up is complete. Let's finish our before takeoff checklist. Fuel boost switch is to norm. Fuel sync selector valves are both on. Fuel balance, check. Quantity is checked. Knob, fuel shutoff in. Good. We're set to take off on the trim. Ignition switch. We're good. We are on norm. Okay. Inertial separators in. Ice protection not required. Wing flaps. Let's go to 20 degrees. Good. Window close. Cabin heat. Leave it off for now. Fuel condition lever. Go to high idle. Annunciator lights. One last check. Good. Transponder. Alt. Strobes. On. Landing lights on. Let's do it. Buster, we're going to go ahead and rotate at 75. We're going to climb out at 90. We're going to accelerate to 120. If anything happens though prior to rotation, we're going to go ahead and cut the power, hit the brakes. If you get any squirrely on the anything squirrely, we're going to go ahead and cut the power, hit the brakes. Climb out at 75. Excuse me, climb out at, we're going to rotate at 75, climb out at 90. We're going to go ahead and retract the flaps at 85 and then full retraction at 95. So 10 degrees at 85, full up at 95. So first flaps will be flaps and taxi light. And we're going to go ahead and put the torque. We're going to put the torque at around 17 on takeoff. Any questions, Buster? Let's do it. I think we're good. I don't see anybody out there. So we're going to go ahead and do a right downwind departure to the west. On the Largo 3 departure. Albuquerque traffic, Express 1536 taking runway 12 for the Largo 3 departure, making a right downwind departure to the west. Albuquerque. Let's do it. Oh, can we not get there from here? Well, as they say, our bad. Alright, Buster, hold on. Did not realize we had to do it that way. But, here we go. Let's get to 17. We're at 17, brakes released. Airspeed's alive. We're at 60. We're at 70. 75 and rotating. We're off. So smooth. I don't like the glitches. Well, gear up. Nope. First notch of flaps up. Along with that, taxi light comes off. Down, we want to go ahead and fly out at 90, 95. Let's get to 95 so then we can put up the next notch of flaps. Okay, flaps up. Albuquerque traffic. Express 1536 is 6,300 feet climbing clear of runway 12. Albuquerque. So let's do our right downwind departure as we said we were going to do. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at our climb checklist. So flaps are up, taxi lights off, landing lights we're still on. Whoops. Pressure separator is in, that's fine. Ice protection, not required. Air, probably gonna need to heat on at some point, but we're not gonna go there right now. No smoking buster. Oxygen on as required. We're not going to do that quite yet. Alright, let's go ahead and we need some up trim. Alright, let's go ahead and get on the autopilot. Nav is on. Should intercept. At some point we should intercept, and here we go. And let's see, what are we doing? We're at vertical. Speed as well is what? 1,000 foot per minute, okay. Going to 16,000. Get our bug set. Quite a bit of wind. We're 6.2 miles away. You can see the DME set right here. Climbing out at around 115. We're at 9,000 feet. Albuquerque traffic, Express 1536, 5 miles to the west, climbing through 9,000 feet. Leaving airspace, last call, Albuquerque. Alright, we're out of the class Charlie. So class Charlie. Last Charlie. Alright, we're verifying again. Flaps are up. Let's go ahead and keep our torque going ever so slightly. Let's get that to at least 1850. Good. Alright, lights come off. We're over 10,000 feet. Bolts are good. Let's put the generator. Let's see what we're cooking here on the generator. We're looking good. Let's go ahead and put our pitot heats on. That we missed. Okay, I like it. We got our nav set. We'll be making a turn here shortly. And we'll be on our way to Hanos. Fuel flow is over 4. Hanos is pretty far away. That'll be our first time in fuel check though. Let's make sure we get this turn right before we do anything else. We're going 3, 4, 5. Pretty simple. So let's get the heading bug going to 3, 4, 5. And let's go ahead and get our CDI in there as well. You can see the swing on our backup. Nice. Pushing in our power. See the torque just continually wants to drop, and so does our airspeed. We're at 1,000 foot per minute. Want to make sure we maintain about 1900 on our torque, otherwise our airspeed will drop precipitously. All right, we're gonna have a little bit of clouds here. A really easy way to check the outside air temperature will be with our transponder. Been in the air for 7 minutes, so if you didn't look at your watch, bam, you've got it in your transponder. That's wheels up pressure. Perfect. And then we got -2 Celsius. Here we go. -2. So if we do have precip and we're sitting in -2, we will need to put on some anti-ice. Even this. So we don't think of this as icing, but man, we were in the Barren. Remember that? Oh, here we go. We're getting cold. It's 43 degrees. Let's turn on the air. All right, heat. Turn on the heat. And then cabin heat, mixing air, ground pull, flight push. So we'll keep it pushed. How are we doing on our speed? We're now below 100, so that's no bueno. Gonna put a little more torque in, and we're gonna lower our vertical speed. Let's go to 700 foot per minute. Just need to maintain our speed. Our ground speed's kicking ass. 141. That's pretty good. I say that tongue in cheek. I told you guys how much I just love the Black Square Just Flight products. I really do. They're awesome. Absolutely awesome. But yeah, loved flying that Bonanza, or Baron, excuse me, the Baron around. Oh my gosh. The 5.8P and the pressurized version. And that is awesome. Love that. Oh, by the way, we're probably passing out here. Let's get some oxygen. And let's finish our climb checklist, which that does. Maximum performance climb. Okay. So once we get above 12000, it says maximum time climb torque. Prop RPM should be between 16 and 1900 RPM. The cruise climb speed is in between 110 and 120. We're not there. So let's go ahead and go back to 600 foot. Let's see if we can pick some of that up. Let's increase our torque. Well, we're full power. I'm full against the wall here. So let me go ahead and cut back the prop a little bit. Just because I don't like sitting there on the red line all the time. There we go. So we cut back the prop a little bit. We're full tilt throttle. And we're about 108, 109 on the indicated. Wow, we could do cruise airspeed up here too. Oh yeah. So once we get there, we can do true airspeed. I can see Celsius up here at the top. And our pressure altitude here at the bottom. That'll be interesting. We'll get our true airspeed dialed in. Viva Las Vegas. Viva. Yeah, that's where we were flying to yesterday. Las Vegas in the okay, here we go. We want to see if we can level off good here. Alright. Alt is on. Level vertical speed. We're at 160. We are in level flight. Hooray! To wait for the airspeed to pick up. And then let's go ahead and get our cruise checklist. I know Buster loves the cruise checklist. So do I. Alright, your initial separator as required. No, it's in. We're going to leave it in. Ice protection. Well, right now we are clear, although we do need to monitor. It said few at 5,000 and then scattered at 2,500. So, yeah. But that was just at the, that was the METAR. So that was not en route. Well, look like we're going to run into something. So, no sweat. Non-smoking? No, no smoking, Buster. We're at 65 degrees in the cabin because we have the bleed air heat is on. So we're good there. Oxygen is on. Fuel balance. Let's check them. Yep, fuel is balanced. It's about, and look at them shake. Probably about 550 gallons each. So about 1,100. Yeah, about 1,100 pounds of fuel. Fuel flow is a little high, but we're going to correct that in just a second. ITT is just a hair over 700. Where we wanted to be. We're at 100 NG, so let's go ahead and correct for all of this. Cruise performance, we want to go to 1750 on the RPM, so we're going to reduce our prop. And then we're going to go to 1250 on the torque. I don't know which way we go first. Prop first. Let's go ahead and reduce the throttle first. $12.50, and now let's reduce. Alright, there's 1750 on the prop. Torque is at 1250. Fuel flow is around 270, 280, so we are now fuel efficient. So much easier to do this. Now look at our ITT drops very nicely. Oil pressure is looking good, and oil temp is looking good. NG, probably about 88. Okay, we're good. Cruise checklist is complete. Thanks, Buster. Los Alamos, wow, 3024. Well, I'm not lying, but just to the east of Durango, we have two airfields that are marginal and full IFR. So probably 20 miles east, northeast, we have 5 statute miles in rain, broken at 1.6. And then a little further up the mountains, we have a half a mile statute snow, broken at 300. That's magenta, baby. Wolf Creek Pass. Okay. Farmington, though, is 10 statute miles. How cold is it, by the way, at Farmington? It's 18, so 18 Celsius. The other one was -3. The other one is 6. So we're somewhere in between. $13.13 and $13.11. So let me try to go. Drop it to 13.11. Alright, so let's go ahead and load in the RNAV 21. Well, first of all, it's going to take us an hour and 9 minutes. We're already up in the air. 20 minutes. Hanos, we should be at 31 minutes. So in 11 minutes, we should be at Hanos. Actually, we'll be there in 7. And we're going to be at 985 pounds. Okay. Alright, so Hanos, RSK, we do not want to go to KDRO. So let's pull over here. We want to go to RSK direct to Research, not to KDRO. So we're going to knock this out. Good. Alright. Alright, so let's see where we need to be at Research. Let's look at the approach plate. Well, we know we need to be at Cressy at 11,000. Research 1370. Actually, we need to be at Nick at 1370. Actually, no. We need to be at Nick at 11. Now, we can be at 1370, but man, we need to get down quick. Because we're going to go 11, 9,700. We're going straight from 11 to 88. That is a big drop in 7 miles. Good Lord. Is it 3 degrees? Yeah, it is 3 degrees at an angle. Okay. Got an LNAV VNAV, so we're going to have vertical guidance, hopefully. Not telling us. Alright, that's fine. Let's say we want to be at 1370 at Research. Alright, so we need to be down at 1370 at research. So if you think about it, let's just say 13, so that's 3 times how many? At 800 foot per minute. Whew. Let's say 15 miles out. Man, 15 miles out doesn't seem like much at all. 15 miles out from research, we need to start our descent. We're going to 13,700 research. Alright, we're going to be doing, alright, landing lights, taxi, 50 miles out, inertial separator, ice protection, bleed heat, fuel tanks, both on, fuel balance, good, RPM, levers, max full, speed 150. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and say we've got a, we've checked in with center. Center has now told us to expect the RNAV 21, and it's clearing us direct to research. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So we can activate the approach. Oops. Okay, approach is activated. Going to research. And so let's go ahead and do our VNAV. Nothing really. So 20 miles before research, we'll go ahead and begin our descent. Oh, look at the ice. See? Oh, there it goes. It's very quick. But we have a lot more coming up, so very interesting. A little bit. All right, how's the weather looking? Weather in Farmington was scattered at 9,000. 3011. We're definitely going to be traveling in the clouds. Interesting how it's approaching VNAV profile. Hasn't computed it yet, so. Durango is 116.55. So what does the descent checklist look like? Alright, so prop RPM lever to 1900 RPM, descent speed 140 above 16,000, 160 below 16,000, rated descent 800 foot per minute, power as required to maintain 800 foot per minute. That doesn't tell us a whole lot. Altimeter set local. Ice protection, oxygen, bleed air, blah blah blah. Farmington, the winds are 170 at 8. And we're landing RNAV 21. Again, we have snow to the northeast. That's at around 13,000. You can see snow cover mountains out there. Alright, let's go ahead and get down. Let's go 600 foot per minute. All right, let's take a look at the missed approach. So we're going to climb out to 1000 and direct to LLL. track to 260 to Ryzel, and then hold. Alright. We know what we got to do, but we need to be at 8800 fairly quickly once we get to Cressy. We need to be on the ball to get down there. That is a quick drop. See, it's taking us over the mountains, so it doesn't want us to get too low, and then it drops us. And you can see a point here out here, 8164. So that's where they have us offset to. All right, let's go ahead and get on the ice. Okay, the next one will be 11. Alt is captured. Let's get our power back. So once we get intercept, we need to have flaps already 10 down, and we need to be at 125 knots. 125 will be the flap 1 speed. 3 miles out, flaps 20, 90 knots, flaps full below 100. 1 mile out, verify full, prop lever, verify max. Alright, we're 20 miles to the east. Durango traffic, express 1536, 20 miles to the east, inbound for the RNAV 21 approach. Durango. 6700 is the, wow, 6700, so 8800 is where we're going to get our final approach fix. 6700 is the airport. Let's go ahead and get our lights on. Let's put on the full Monty, 20 miles out. Inertial separator, we're going to leave it in. Ice protection, we have on. Looks like there's snow or something over there. Bleed air, how we doing? We're good, we're at 71, so we're good. How's our fuel tanks? They are indeed balanced, and we're at about 450, so about 900 pounds of fuel. Yep, we're good. Prop RPM level. Let's go max. Prop levers are now max. Off our left wing. Maybe. Yeah, look at that. Wow, something actually popped up on the radar. Oh, 30 miles away. Snow showers. Well, we're 10 miles away here, so... That's impressive. First time we've seen stuff on the radar buster. We'll be close to it, for sure. Alright, let's go ahead and set our heading bug now, but let's go ahead and set our course directional indicator to the runway heading. -8 still. Well, there is snow on the ground. Maybe. Alright, about a minute left until we begin that descent. We need to get to 11 pretty quickly here. We're not going to delay. Got a lot going on here. Let's go ahead and put our boots on. I think we'll be okay. We're going to be entering quite a bit of stuff here, so we shall see. We're not going to mess around here. We're going to get down there pretty quick. actually going to start reducing our power. Alright, let's go. Let's go to 800. Let's go 1,000. Don't want to mess around here. Some time to spare. Let's pull the power back. Well, it'll be 11,000 in 2 minutes. We'll be at Cressy in 3. Durango Traffic Express 1536, 15 miles to the northeast inbound for the RNAV runway 21, Durango. Rain. Looks like it's rain. But it's -3 out, so. Mach 2 is the final approach fix. Okay, let's go ahead and get ready. We're going right to 8,800. Let's not mess around. Dive and drive. I think we're clear all the way out. The icing comes off. Seconds. Wait a minute. Did we pass through? We did. Alright, we'll keep it going. So what happened? by Cagnat. We'll be at 9,700. We'll be there in a sweat. Power's back. Let's go ahead and put on. We need to hit approach at some point. Okay, 9,700 at Cagnat. Now we're going to 8,800 for Mat 2. For Mat 2. Here we go. It's on the approach. Approach is now armed. So we're on the leg in between Cagnat and the final approach fix. Approach is armed. You can see where we're at. We're slightly below glide path, which is where we want to be. And we're 9 miles out. Durango traffic Express 1536 established on the RNAV runway 21 at 9 miles out. Durango. Okay, we'll hold it here. What do we got for flaps? 10 down. Let's go ahead and keep it in power. We're leading power pretty quick. 7.5 miles to the runway threshold. Going a little too slow. We should intercept glide path any minute. We're looking right here. There we go. LNAV, VNAV. So we're going to get. There we go. We are now hooked, and we are going to decision altitude is 7,000 feet. Which happens to be 330 feet above the runway. So let's set this to 330. Alright, so we're LNAV, VNAV. I'm not sure why we're on target. What do we need to set our missed approach to? It's 11. Okay, 11 missed. Going way too fast. 5 mile final. Durango Traffic Express 1536, 5 mile final for runway 21. Okay. Let's get another notch of flaps in. Leave it at this. Okay, let's verify that we have props full. Everything is full. We're going to leave the flaps where they're at. Let's go ahead and let's go to idle. And my aircraft. traffic, Express 1536, short final for runway 21, Durango. Talk about float. Gee whiz. Get that nose wheel down. Gee whiz. Alpha. Let's go ahead and take Alpha. Alright, flaps up. Let's go ahead and clean it up here. Durango traffic, Express 1536, clear of runway 21, vacated off of Alpha. Durango. Alpha 4. Alright, so here we go. Let's work left to right. Okay, we don't need the landing lights. We don't need the strobe. We don't need pitot heat. Left to right. We no longer need the heat. Flaps fully up. Inertial separator off. Ice protection. We don't need any. Standby switch power goes to off. Okay, I could start over there. Fuel condition lever. Low idle. Weather radar goes to off. All the way to off. And transponder goes to standby. But we're on Vatsim, so let's go ahead and do remote. Let's get to the gate. Durango traffic, Express 1536, taxiing to ramp via Alpha. Durango. So what is the altitude of the airport? 6,700, yeah, right there. So our, that was good. I don't know why we have an enhanced taxiway line all the way out here, but it's really, it shouldn't be all the way out here. And these need to show like Alpha 4, because that showed Alpha. It's like Alpha 3, Alpha. See, that's not Alpha, right? We got Alpha 5, Alpha 4, Alpha 3, Alpha 2. I'm on Alpha, but these hold points. Yeah, so don't need an enhanced runway center line here. Yeah, but we're picky. We got snow coming over the mountains. And so see, this up here is going to be Alpha 2, right? Is it Alpha 2? This could be Alpha 2 up here. And then Alpha 1 at the runway. So this is Alpha 2 up here. Here's the mail. Alright, parking brake. Bleed air heat down. Engine. We're going to shut off. How do we do that? Power lever goes to idle. It is to idle. Let ITT stabilize at least 1 minute. Yeah, it's been about 650. Prop RPM to beta. Okay. Fuel condition lever to shut off. On. Lights off. Okay, all the lights now off. The props are done. So let's turn the lights off. We have fuel boost switch goes to off, and avionics need to go off. Battery switch off. Perfect. Control lock. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Good. Let's go ahead and re-up on our, let's turn the battery on real quick. Can we? Let's refill the oxygen. I guess that did it. Yep, that actually did it. You can see the oxygen refilling. Perfect. Okay. Engine conditions are 100%. Oh, what type of active failures do we have? Map lights. Pretty simple. Okay. Go ahead and turn it all off. Perfect. Turn that back down to bat. We are good. Alright guys, that was it. Hauling the mail for Express Cargo here in Durango, Colorado. Came from Albuquerque. So lots of snow in the mountains out there. So at least we made it in time, but if we had gone over there, lots of snow. Lots of snow. So anyway guys, it's been a lot of fun. Buster and I love flying this Black Square Caravan. Just a lot of fun. Love doing it here in the sense of flying a cargo plane. I know there's a lot of seats in there, but anyway, we hauled about 3,000 pounds today for Express Air. So that was a lot of fun. Alright guys, it's been real. And until next time, clear skies and warm tailwinds. And Buster.